I have to open.
There it goes.
Yay!
We're live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the BCG Rumble Chapter 2 live Q&A featuring Ben Tuttle, the artist.
That's where you say that's where you say hi, Ben. Hello.
I'm still trying to work this thing out. Am I here? Am I here? I can't tell.
You know what? Just I'm gonna do myself a favor real quick. I'm just gonna go ahead and mute him. Okay, good. Now my ears won't bleed. All right, so we got Ben here. We also have the voice of Yakumo Tsukamoto,
Hello.
Jennifer Rose.
Hi.
Say hello. All right, and then we also got the two voice actresses who voiced Tenma. We have the original LyoNaka.
Hey, everybody. Hi.
And we got her little replacement, Kaylaslovely.
Hello.
And then finally wrapping it all up,
The lady who saved the day.
Not you. It wasn't you, Sloan. It was Kayla.
Okay.
Don't feel bad, Sloan. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you better be sorry, Tony. Gosh.
Jennifer, I will kick your ass out of this live chat, and I will put Kayla in the role of Yakumo.
You better not.
To us.
You want to go? We could go.
Yo, we're gonna go after this live chat though.
After this live chat.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna take it outside. Yo, we're gonna go.
But if I take it outside, how the hell are we gonna do this? You're in Washington D.C. and I'm in Guam.
Actually, technically, right now I'm not in DC, but I'm not gonna disclose my exact location.
You guys can meet halfway.
Yeah, we can meet halfway.
I don't want to meet halfway. I don't got the money for that.
Meet me halfway, right at the.
No, stop singing. Stop. The only person that sings on this live chat is me.
Please
right?
don't.
Oh, really? How many musicals have you been in, Tony?
4. How many have you been in?
We're getting sidetracked, guys.
How many have you been in?
Over 8.
You want to go? Just because you're in musical theater? My ass. Oh, yes, we are being sidetracked. But anyway, so yeah, welcome to the Cast and Crew live chat. We'll be responding to your guys' questions. Now, make sure that when you guys ask us questions, ask it pertaining to BCG Rumble. We're not going to answer anything else that's outside of the realm of BCG Rumble. So now that we got kind of the introductions out of the way, there is one thing I want to make an announcement about before we all get into it and just kind of shoot the shit and see what happens. So I recently started a GoFundMe page to fund the next upcoming chapter of BCG Rumble, Chapter 3. It's a little small thing to help support the artist, Ben Tuttle, so that he gets compensated for his great work, which I think is more than deserved. I mean, he should have been paid for this a long time ago. I've actually talked to him about it. So it's up right now. I personally have donated $30 to the cause. Because, actually, I took all of my money I made on Patreon and put it into the cause. Since you guys are giving me the money anyway, it might as well go to something useful, like making the next chapter. And hopefully it won't take that long. So if you can donate as much as you can, we only need about 150. That's the goal that we have. And the link is in the description right now. Just go click it, donate to your heart's content. And, yeah, that is the little thing I need to say. So how do we do this? I've never done this before with a big group of people. Do we have one of us monitor the chat and pick a question? Or?
Tony, you should pick the official mod. Oh.
What?
There you go. Yeah, somebody picks questions.
I've been looking at the chat.
I said I am the official mod.
True.
Like,
So do you want to pick the questions?
Heck, yeah, I can pick the questions. I love playing the role of God.
Whoa.
Deep.
Whoa. Let's not go on an ego trip now, Light. Okay. I think we have enough of those people around.
Oh God. All right, pick a question.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see here. This one's actually a good one. So Austin says, "How many chapters are you doing?"
Ben, do we tell them that? Ben, your mic is still mute. Ben, hello.
Didn't you mute him?
No, you can unmute yourself though. You can unmute yourself.
How am I supposed to?
There he goes. There he goes.
I don't know. I could unmute myself.
Okay.
Anyways,
answer my question.
We talked about it, but we didn't really. to any conclusion whatsoever. So we're not really sure. It all depends on how the story goes.
I mean, we kind of like have a end goal in mind.
Yes, but I'm not going to tell them about that.
I'm not saying I'm not gonna get mad.
And like a real voice actress, I'm left in the dark. Anyway.
What? How are you? You came late. You were one of the late.
I was 5 minutes early.
5 minutes early. My ass.
True.
Kayla was here.
That's what she said.
Since the beginning, and then Jennifer with her partying ass. I'm hanging out with my friends.
You can go suck your own dick, Tony.
Oh my god.
This is a PG-13. My mom is watching this right now. All right.
Hi, Tony's mom.
Can we not right now?
Is she really?
No.
She's probably not.
There's Francis and I have an inside joke where I refer to her as my mother. So yeah.
Next question.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting. Oh yeah, back to questions, Sloan. Okay.
Okay, so Noodle Monster 89 says, "Sorry, I'm late to the party. All good. What exactly is BCG Rumble? Comics on YouTube?"
All right.
That is a good question.
That is a good question. So Jennifer, since you are the star of BCG Rumble, would you like to explain what BCG Rumble is?
So BCG Rumble is sort of a story, like it comes from obviously School Rumble, but it's kind of like a spin-off version of it, like Black Critic Guy Rumble instead, and it features the same cast of characters, but it also features Tony as if he's also in the story, and it changes the plot of the original story, and it's really good and a lot of fun, and yeah.
Great, yeah.
Great description.
10 out of 10.
Thank
10
you.
out of 10.
I try.
I actually found a really good question. This is from Eduardo Sanchez Productions. He asks, Tony, what inspires you to do BCG School Rumble? That's actually an interesting story. So back in 2013, back in 2014, I was here in Guam, actually. And Ben Tuttle was one of my subscribers, and he sent me, as sort of like a Christmas present, a drawing of myself kissing Yakumo. And it was such a great drawing. It was so detailed, and it made me blush a little bit. And she is kind of like my waifu. And I jokingly said in the post that he sent me, like, oh man, this looks as good as, like, it looks so good. We should make this into a comic. I said jokingly. And then Ben goes, About a day later, he messages me. He's like, hey, Tony, I saw your comment and you said you wanted to make a comic. Well, guess what? I actually make comics. I have this one called Pemperu. I'm like, oh, really? I looked at it. It looked really good. And he pitched the idea of what if we did a comic where you ended up in the world of School Rumble. And, of course, I'm not going to say no to that. And so that's kind of where it went from there. And we've been doing it ever since. It actually was kind of fortuitous how it all even came about. Originally, it was supposed to come out April of 2015. And if that happened, Jen would not have been Yakumo. I met Jen because she reviewed my movie. And I was like, man, her voice sounds so familiar. Why does it sound familiar to me? She sounds like Yakumo. Boom. And that's how she became Yakumo. And then I asked Francis to do it because I'll be honest, I totally forgot about Tenma and casting Tenma. And I'm like, you know who's a great friend of mine?
Who will do it, no questions asked.
Hey, but you did an amazing job. If there's one thing people praised about the first chapter, they love Tenma. They're like, man, that Tenma was spot on. So
oh, thank you. I had no idea what I was doing.
Good job. All right. Any next questions? Any other interesting questions, Sloan?
Yes. So, interesting username. We have Going to Hell Forever.
Same.
This person says, do you guys have fun making BCG Rumble? And please don't fight. I really hope we don't fight. But unfortunately, that's probably not going to happen.
We'll fight.
Okay, well, let's start with you, Sloan. Do you have fun recording with me for BCG Rumble?
Well, gee, considering that was over a year ago, it's hard to recall my feelings. But
Salt in those
Trying to
movies.
say. I was actually listening to the audio that you sent me because we left spaces where we were talking.
Yeah.
It sounded like you had fun.
Oh, I'm sure I did. I mean,
I don't know.
I remember being like really, really excited getting the actual like I guess you can call it a manuscript. I don't know, like you know the copies of the comic. That was really that was just so cool to see. I'm like, ooh, I'm actually in a production of some sort. This is so cool.
You still have the best submission we've ever heard. Like it was actually Ben, Jen, and I. We were listening to the submissions, and yours was the first one, and we all were so blown away by your introduction and then your delivery. You sounded just like Mikoto, so you kind of stole the role from everybody.
You're so kind, man.
Yeah, set the bar high.
She set the bar really high, man. She made Kaylaslovely look like a chump.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Speaking of Kaylaslovely, Kayla, how were you dragged into this, and what was it like voicing somebody from BCG Rumble?
Well, I got a message from you one day, like
very frantic.
Very frantic. Needed my help like right away that day. And as soon as I heard it was for BCG Rumble, and I saw the first chapter back when it came out, loved it. Tenma's my favorite character. No problem at all. So I went ahead and did it. And it was a lot of fun. It was kind of nerve-wracking at first, getting directed by Tony instead of just talking to him. But yeah, it was fun.
Hey, I'm a great ass director. All right, I'm good.
You're really good. Yeah.
See, at least somebody acknowledges how great I am, unlike Sloan and Jen. Always shooting me down.
Honest.
Kayla's she's honest too. She would tell me.
I don't think I've ever had the pleasure of having you direct me.
Because you never let me.
We never asked.
Wait a minute. I have a story now.
I didn't know that was an option.
For the first chapter, I told her, "Hey, can you voice this character?" Great. Okay. Tell me when you're available so we could sit and record together. And then, like about a couple days later, it's like, "Here's my recordings." I'm like,
I didn't know that was an option. I'm sorry.
it would have been so great. It would have been so great because you had the voice, you had the delivery. I just needed to tell you exactly what the expressions were, and it would have been like perfect. But anyway, how about you, Leo? How about you? What's it like voicing the Tenma? What's it like that? What's it like working on BCG?
Well, it's really hard when people keep picking on you all the time.
No, it's fun. It's great. I have a good time with it. Tony's a really close, great friend of mine. I've known him for like a long time. We went to school together. And kind of like what he had mentioned, I got roped into this somehow last minute, like just, hey, I need your help. Can you do this thing? And it just kind of developed from there. I work in like film and television industry. So I'm kind of used to recording voiceovers and stuff for that. So I have all the equipment for it. So it was kind of easy to just kind of jump in and do it. But it was a little nerve-wracking because I'd never seen the show before, or like I didn't really know who the character was. So it was hard to try to match the inflection and the tone and the way that the person speaks. So I kind of had to practice a little bit.
You've never
But I think
seen
it worked.
the show?
I've never seen the show. No, just
Oh, God,
YouTube
here we go.
clips.
Oh.
Just YouTube clips. Yeah. I work a like 9 to 5, 60 hours a week type
Tony
situation
crying.
deal.
Yeah, sure.
I don't
Tony gonna
have
cry?
time.
And yet, you have the time to play League of Legends.
I-
Just
when's the last time I played League of
make cosplays, travel to conventions, but no time for school rumble. There's no time. There's no time for school rumble. No, there's just no time for that. But everything else, yeah, sure. Okay, just
Tony's a
Yep.
drama queen.
Tony.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I plan on watching it. I just haven't had the time to sit down and do it.
yeah. That did a little-
Sorry.
All right, Jen, how about you? What's it like doing school BCG Rumble? How did
Oh my
you get roped
gosh.
into this shit?
Oh my gosh. So I had a ton of fun doing the voice recordings with Tony. We would just like laugh so much. and it was just such a fun time. The only thing is that I realized a lot of people were commenting on the way I did the voice for Yakumo, saying that like she's too monotone or she's not having enough emotion. But if you watch the show, you realize that's how Yakumo acts.
That's how Yakumo talks.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Yeah. But other than that,
Jen, I told her to do that, so.
Yeah. I just follow Tony's direction. And I think they're really, really great. And I'm really, really grateful that I get to be a part of this experience. And I realized I really, really like voice acting. Like, I really enjoy it.
It's fun.
Yeah,
Well, now you can pursue it as a career. You could voice act. You could voice act in Kayla's games.
If I ever
I'd
do
be
that.
down.
Yeah, you know. Now that I dropped that, maybe you could tell people about you being a game developer there, Kayla.
Very new. Yes. I just started an otome game company, so I guess it would be more male voices if I ever did for voice acting.
Oh, don't
But
worry. I'm sure Jen can sound very manly.
I could sound like a little boy if I wanted to. I mean, hey, a lot of in anime, a lot of like
female
characters that are little boys are played by like women.
Yeah, and even regular cartoons. Like if you guys have ever seen Rugrats, Tommy's actually played by a girl.
Oh yeah, Timmy Turner, Jimmy Neutron, both girls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Freaking Bart Simpson, voiced by a girl.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you know what's funny, Jen? We never, because we lost the files, we actually did a whole blooper reel of chapter 2. Just me and Jen. We would just riff back and forth.
Oh my gosh, some of them were so funny. I'd laugh for like 10 minutes straight. I was like crying. Oh my gosh, yeah.
And we'll never get to hear it now.
I really didn't try too hard looking. I can like save time during the day, one day where I can just look through my computer. But so far,
chapter 2's over with. We're done with that. You know, we're never revisiting it again. Okay, just drop it.
Okay, because I was gonna bring up this question that
we forgot to ask Ben about what he thought about BCG Rumble. He's the guy that started it.
But I didn't voice act. At least not.
Actually, here's a fun fact you only learn here in the live show. Ben is actually in every single chapter of BCG Rumble. If you listen closely, you'll hear his voice in some
very closely. It's fake. It's barely there.
I'll give you a hint. Whenever there's a shot of a TV, listen. That's all.
Or don't. Not like my part's important.
Oh, remember that comic I made?
Yes.
That gag comic that people also got really confused with because they thought it was supposed to be like a romantic story between the two, and it's just a snippet of an actual rom-com that I just took characters from a rom-com that I'm actually making and then just put that section in. Like, it wasn't supposed to be a romantic story, and people were like, this isn't romantic at all. They have no chemistry. They have, like, of course they don't. It's like, what, like 3 minutes long? Like, it's supposed to be funny.
It worked out well.
She used my fame in order to pimp out her work, so
just Tony's fame, nothing else. Not hard work, not telling people, just Tony's fame.
No, just my fame. Yeah,
just Tony's fame.
Yes, Ben, though, real quick, tell us, what was it like working on BCG Rumble compared also to like Pemperu and stuff? What do you take the experience?
Well, I mean, I don't really enjoy drawing because I'm a perfectionist when it comes to things like proportions and whatnot. So the drawing process I don't really like, but the end result is always worth it if you ask me. So I'd say yes, it was fun when it was all done, basically.
That I think any creative mind can agree with that. The worst part of any review I make is making it.
Yeah.
It's fun when it's done and everyone responds to it. That's the fun. What's it like working with me, by the way?
It's the absolute worst. It's like hell on earth.
Yeah,
I can agree with that.
I can believe that.
You think I'm hard on you guys? Imagine Ben and I's conversations.
He's sarcastic like 98% of the time. It's so hard to tell what he's thinking.
Oh, same with me though. Like there'll be so many times where I'll be like, "Wait, is he joking with me or being serious?" But then again, I'm not very good at telling sarcasm.
Same here.
So yeah.
Yeah, try
Francis,
working
you
with them. That's a fun one.
Francis, you're just gonna let them attack me like this? What happened to buddies for life?
I agree.
Thunder buddies.
Is nobody gonna defend Kayla? Are you gonna at least defend me? Can you defend me at least?
You don't
I have to
deserve
agree with them on this one. Sorry.
Yeah, it's really hard to tell when you're being sarcastic and when you're not.
That's what I've been
Come
saying.
on, you know when I'm being sarcastic. Come on.
No, we don't.
Well, also especially if it's online and
Yes.
like we're messaging each other, it's a lot harder to tell.
See, if
Yeah, that's
if Sarah was here, she would tell you that she knows when I'm being sarcastic. The one
No, she
person
wouldn't.
to defend me. Yes, she
Would
would.
she?
How would you know? How would you? Man, get to another question.
I think Sarah just always assumes you are sarcastic. That's why.
Give us another question. Give us another question.
Okay.
Sloan.
So Devin Munn says, I wonder how they were all able to correspond the voice acting sessions.
What?
We all did them separately.
No,
Yeah,
not
we-
exactly. I mean, some of you guys did
Oh.
record yours separately, but I recorded mine with Sarah and another person. Who else was there? There's one more person there.
Wait a minute. No, you, Sarah, and Helio recorded together?
Yeah.
Right, for the trailer, you all got together. That's right. Yeah, I remember that. By the way, Helio is our good friend, Francis, that one with the page,
What?
the dark skin, dating Steven. Remember him? You know what I'm talking about? I don't want to say her
What?
name because I don't know if I'm allowed to say her name, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, they actually did record together. I remember that because I needed that soundbite for the trailer that came out a year ago. But yeah,
But this wasn't just for the trailer, because you remember that in chapter 2 when Ari and Mikoto they say like together at the same time. That's the main reason why you needed us to record together,
yes,
so that we can sync that up.
yeah, because that was hard. Editing BCG Rumble is a bitch. Can I just say that right off the bat? It's so fucking hard. It's not.
It looks like a lot of work. This is coming from someone who loves editing.
It took me 2 straight days of nothing but that to finish it, and halfway it crashed, and I had to start again.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's the worst.
It was, but it all was worth it for one thing. There was one thing I wanted to do in chapter 2, and it's actually the reason why I got back to making it. So my favorite scene in chapter 2, I don't know if I said that. I told Ben this. My favorite scene is the scene between BCG and Akira. When he first sent me the comic and I saw that scene, I'm like, Love's theme. Play Love's theme right here. And that's what actually propelled me to finish BCG Rumble, so I could see that scene come to life. That little fun fact. I just thought I'd share that with you guys.
Okay.
Question next, Sloan. Any next question?
Okay, next question from Neko-chan. Do you guys think you'll do any other spin-offs like BCG Rumble?
Ooh.
So far, all we have is just the gags.
Yeah, so far
Too
it's
much
just-
work. I can't.
Yeah, exactly. It's too much work. We all don't have the time to do another.
Yeah, we're human beings with lives.
Oh, I gave up my life a long time ago, so
Oh, that's true. Well, Tony's different, but like the rest of us, we all like have stuff.
wow. Wow. Love you too.
Someone joined us.
Love you too, man.
Love
You're the greatest Yakumo ever. You know that?
Oh, thank you. I know.
Yeah, you're so fucking awesome. But to answer the question seriously, yeah, we haven't really thought about doing a spin-off. Ben and I are so one-track minded with the series that we don't really think about, hey, what if we did this other thing, you know, and all that stuff. Ben works on his own comic right now. He's working on
You would not. It's okay if you don't recall the name. It's kind of a strange name.
But it was string something.
String Mender Sora.
There we go.
That's
Yeah,
really awesome.
he's starting a new comic. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's doing that, and that's his thing. And then everyone else is really busy. You know, Sloan works a job. Kayla is doing her own thing with the game and stuff. Jen is a aspiring actress. Emphasis on that. Actress.
Thanks, Tony.
And Francis,
and Tony's a great friend.
Francis is too busy, you know, making costumes and traveling the world and looking like
And
All
working.
Might, and looking like All Might all up in this bitch. I don't think I didn't see that picture. I saw that picture. Good
That's
job.
pretty good, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was really good actually.
So does
Very
that
good.
answer the question?
I don't.
That answers the question in my book. Next
Yeah.
question. Sloan.
Okay. Okay, so Aaron Ford says, who does the artwork for the comic pieces?
There's me over here. Hi.
Ta-da!
Hi. I do it all.
Big
I'll do
reveal,
the
guys.
art.
Big reveal.
Hi.
Although Jen also does some additional art.
I didn't even know that.
Well, yeah, in the first one, a lot of the additional art was actually based off of drawings Jen herself created, based on characters
cool.
that she made for her own comic story.
Mhm.
You want to tell them about your comic story briefly?
Oh man, okay. I haven't worked on it in a while, but it's called Not Your Typical Rom-Com, and it's like really silly and like, well, it starts off really silly, and like, I mean, generally it's comedic and stuff like that, but it has some deep moments, and I'm I think that character development is really important. So like I take my time to try and flesh out my characters, and I have like, I know the names of their parents, grandparents, they all have backstories, they all have Myers-Briggs personality types. Like I'm very into my characters, and
too into her characters. It's almost creepy, kind of.
yeah,
Tell me
yeah.
their deep, dark secrets and backstories. I'm like, damn, man, that is specific.
Do you have to comment on everything that I say?
That's my fucking job. All right.
Can't help
critic.
it.
Well, I don't like your job.
It's
Well, I don't like you. How about that? You want you.
Wow, and
you
we
wanna
get
go there?
right to it.
sarcasm. I can't help.
Wow.
You want to
Right.
go there,
Fired.
Morty? Morty. I'll don't mess with Grandpa Morty.
Oh,
right.
jeez, Rick.
Shut up, Morty. Okay, we gotta do this live chat, Morty.
All right, let's move
pick
on.
Grandpa a question.
Let's move on.
Okay.
When did this live chat turn into Rick and Morty?
Oh, it was
There
bad.
she
What the
acid.
hell is that? Hello? Who's that?
I
Hello,
think you mean whom's.
Jennifer.
Tony, you don't know me?
If you correct me one more time, I swear to God, I'm going to fly.
Fly where?
speed to
Yeah.
wherever you are right now. I'll take Hurricane Irma with me, and I will plop it right in the middle of your city that's not prepared for it.
Hey, I'll take it. Please
There you
do.
Ole.
Howling
Baby.
outside right now. I don't know if you guys can hear it.
Yep,
I can't.
I can't.
I can't.
That's good.
I can't hear anything.
Hi, Sarah.
What is that?
Let's just say hi to Sarah. Yay.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sloan.
Who?
We're all here
Did I put on
now.
my face cam or something?
No, you don't have to. You don't have to turn on your face cam. But yes, hello, Sarah, guys. Sarah Yui, the voice of Aries Sawichka. Welcome. Say hi to everybody and
Hi.
introduce yourself again.
Hi guys, I'm
Uh,
Sarah Yui. I'm so sorry that I made it here late. I was just busy with some play tryouts, and I wasn't expecting it to take so long.
Oh, relatable.
All good.
Jen.
Fine.
Shut the fuck up.
You
Also, I have a cold,
Tony,
so I'm sorry if you hear me cough.
Oh, it's all good.
Totally
It's all
fine.
good.
I'd rather hear you cough than hear Tony make commentary on every damn thing I say.
I
Agreed.
second that.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
I will end.
Majority rules, so.
I will end this broadcast with a mic like you wouldn't believe.
Okay, next question.
Yay, thank
just
you.
got
Thank
here,
you. Yes.
Tony.
Okay. So, Noodle Monster 89 says, is BCG Rumble going to be animated?
If somebody wants to volunteer. Yeah.
My wallet. My wallet. Do you know how much it costs to animate something? I don't know if you all remember this, but back in 2015, I had an animated trailer for Mecha Month. You guys remember that? You know how much that cost? It cost $900. It was 1 minute long.
Yeah, no, it's expensive.
1 minute. It was 1 minute long. So imagine that in the context of what is BCG Rumble with all of the different expressions and movements and stuff. I mean, unless you want to like do it out of the kindness of your heart, if you have that much free time, by all means, take a crack at it, bro. Because I don't have the money. Nor do I think it'd be smart for us to animate it. I feel like there might be a legal issue if that happens.
Probably, yeah.
True.
I don't want to like push that boundary. I'm already pushing it a lot because I use some copyright material in the making of BCG Rumble because I want it to be,
With the music?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But coincidentally, it never gets flagged. The only reason that the BCG Rumble Chapter 1 got flagged is because I played the theme song at the end, but they didn't hit anything else. So I was like, really? Wow, okay. That's cool. Okay.
Wait, when exactly did it get copyright?
That's a good question. I don't even remember because someone messaged me saying, hey, I can't watch Chapter 1.
I said that like a week and a half or two ago.
Kayla messaged me because she wanted to watch the first one to see what the original voice actress, who is here right now, sounded like. And I was like, what are you talking about? It's up. I click on it, and I find this little notification. It's like, your video's been blocked in certain countries. Which countries? America. Okay. So I had to re-upload it again. That's why you saw it come out about a couple of days after BCG Rumble Chapter 2 came out. Anywho, now that that's out of the way, let's get to another question.
David MPE74 says, are you going to do a review on your own series?
I think all of us should review on.
That's not going to be biased at all. No, I'm not. Why don't you ask them? Ask all the people here besides Ben and I to review, like quick reviews of BCG Rumble as it is.
I can't.
We have to wait till it's completed.
Yeah.
I want to review it.
Oh, don't even Sloan Miss episode reviewer. Don't give me that shit.
I stopped being an episode reviewer a month ago.
Yeah. You say that after you uploaded an episode review of fucking Boku no Hero Academia.
That's not an episode review.
Reviews.
That was a live reaction.
Here's an episode.
Not the same thing.
Calm down. Okay. Fine, we'll wait till it's over, Sloan.
Tony's a drama queen.
I'm not a drama queen.
You are such a drama queen.
I'm not a drama queen. I'm the drama king, baby. Hello.
It's not much better.
Whatever. Can we get to another question, please?
Yeah, this is a great question right here. I'd like to thank Bill Woods for pointing this out. Can we have links to everyone's channel?
Yeah. Whoops. So that's what I forgot.
I don't really have one though.
Well, all the links to everyone's channel is in BCG Rumble itself, but I'll also put it here in this chat as well. I knew I forgot something. But yeah, I'll post links to Jen, Sloan's, and Kayla's channel since all three of them are pretty active on their respective channels. Because Sloan,
YouTube, yeah.
Huh?
On YouTube?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're active on Facebook. That's right. She posts pictures of her cosplays on Facebook, guys. Go check her out.
I do want to check her out. I love cosplay.
She's actually no joke. She's a really good cosplayer. In fact, I told her she'd be the first person I go to when I want my first cosplay. So,
which will be Yakumo.
I thought about like Tenma.
I really, Ben?
It's on my list.
Hey, I could see you pull that off.
But I thought you were my friend. I thought you knew what the first thing I was gonna cosplay as.
Yeah,
What is it?
Yeah.
What is it? I'm so curious, but what did I say?
It's going to be.
It's gonna be what?
Wait, just let me think about it.
I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a hint. Ask Sloan.
It's going to be someone from Green. I know that much.
Oh my god.
Now you're just fucking.
Yes.
Which one of the three fuckers do you want me to dress up as? The fat guy?
Yes. That'll be great.
It would be pretty cool if we each cosplayed as the characters that we voice acted.
That I think you all could pull it off. Actually, you could all.
And I would have to cosplay a TV. Then how am I supposed to do that?
No, we all know what you're gonna cosplay as. Oh, should we tell him? Should we? Yeah, let's tell him who you're gonna voice, Ben. Who are you gonna voice in BCG Rumble?
I'm going to voice Hanai. That's a plan.
Oh my gosh.
That's perfect.
Yes.
I love it.
I can see that.
Yakumo. I'm working with it.
Yes.
I have to get my charger. I'll be right back.
Fine, go get your charger, Jen. But yeah, he actually will make a really brief appearance in chapter 3, and then
I will.
Yeah, we talked about it.
I don't remember stuff.
We talked about in chapter 3 that Hanai is going to be in the background walking into school while Tony, like BCG and Yakumo are like talking to each other. Remember?
But then I thought you planned me to be the teacher, so then we wouldn't have to do that. I didn't.
Never mind. But yeah, so I guess another thing I guess we'll disseminate is that we are introducing 3 new characters in chapter 3. 4 new characters in chapter 3. The first one will be OG Karasuma. And the person that's voicing that is actually going to be my best friend and the person that I share an affinity of School Rumble. Like, our friendship started because of our love of School Rumble. We both found out unintentionally we both love School Rumble. His name is Patrick Russell. He's been in a bunch of my videos. He's dual dimension here on YouTube. And he asked me if he could be a part of it. I asked him what character he wanted to voice. He said Harima, and I'm like, no, you have to voice somebody else. So he picked OG Karasuma, which he thought would be a lot of fun. So Karasuma's going to be in it. And then Mihara is going to be in it. Now, many of you may not know who Mihara is. She's actually the very tan girl with the blonde hair. Do you guys remember her?
I've seen School Rumble twice, and I have no idea who you're talking about.
I remember.
See, but that's that's why Ben and I chose her. In fact, when we were first crafting this story, she was one of the first characters that we molded out her entire story. We know exactly
my idea. Just saying that was my idea.
It was both of our ideas. You didn't have the idea of doing the thing that
brought it up first. Just saying.
You did bring it up, but you made it a hot line. I made it a hot song. Okay, that's how you did it. All right. But so she was the first character one of the first characters we molded out her entire story. We don't want to give it away just yet, but she will be introduced in chapter 3, and she's actually going to be voiced by Kaylaslovely. So she will be back. She will be back. Unfortunately, she won't be voicing Tenma because that role belongs to Francis. But she
doesn't belong to me.
It belongs to you, Francis. Okay.
You did a pretty good job. Come on.
You gave me enough flack for not putting you in chapter 2.
No, I gave you flack for messing it up.
Well deserved flack, though. It was well deserved, though. I'm not trying to dodge it. If I didn't fuck up and not get the file when I was supposed to, then this situation would not have happened. But yeah.
She did a wonderful job, and she totally saved your ass.
No, she did.
What exactly did happen?
What?
What exactly happened? Like, what did you mess up with the file?
Okay, so it's not really I messed up the file. I failed to download it. I had it for
like 2 months.
For a year and a half. I go back to finally download it, and there's a little message on the top saying, "File will be deleted in May of 2016." Well, that's wonderful. And I never downloaded it, so lost the file. And so I was so frantic. I messaged Frances immediately. Frances, please, can you please redo it? And she's like, well, you know, Tony, you fucked up. You know, you gotta lay in your bed now. And I'm like, fuck.
As if I needed a time to get back into the sound booth at work. That's all.
Yeah. Whatever excuse you want to use, Mom. And then I reached out to Kayla, and then Kayla, she knocked it out of the park. And now she's gonna be back as Mihara, and I'm excited. I'm excited to hear how she's gonna portray Mihara, because she's gonna be quite a difficult character to pull off, especially the direction that we're going to be taking her later down the road, which will be very fun to write. I've always wanted to write a character like Mihara, so yeah, excited. Next question, Sloan.
Alrighties. Solel Johnson says, will BCG Rumble get physical copies?
Ben?
If we can get someone to license it, then sure, yeah. Why not?
Wait, license? Ooh, no. Ben, no, we can't do it.
Can't we just sell them as like
saying if?
No, we can't. The loophole about what we do is that BCG Rumble is not profitable. Since we don't profit off of it, they can't really hit us with some type of infringement because we don't make money off of it.
Well, we can just give them away for free and not make profit, right?
You said we have to license them. To license them, we have to pay for rights and stuff like that.
Well,
so complicated.
The term is for when it's free. Like, just fine.
Wait, did Jen come back? Is she back?
Oh yeah, I've been here.
Oh, sorry, your screen was off. I thought you were still finding your charger.
Oh yeah, no, it's fine. I just realized how messy my hair looks, and I feel more comfortable like this.
Oh no, you're beautiful.
I'm also eating chips.
Now.
I'm also eating chips, and I don't want people to look at me while I eat.
Here's a fun fact. Whenever Jen and I ever talk on like camera together, she's always eating something.
Yeah,
every single time. I don't know why. Like she just gets hungry all of a sudden. Oh, I'm talking to Tony? Yay! I haven't eaten all day.
Yeah, no, it just always happens to happen. I don't know why. So it's tradition now.
I feel like you do it on purpose now, though.
Oh, now I do it on purpose. I used to not do it on purpose.
I'm waiting for the day for you to eat chili on camera. That would be the day. That would be an exciting day. Yeah, think about
that. Yeah, I'm gonna think about that.
But yeah, I don't think we're gonna be making any physical copies of BCG Rumble. But definitely Ben will post like links to where you guys can like see it and all that stuff. So yeah. Anyway, next question, Sloan.
Solo Rose says, which role was the hardest to cast?
Zach, you finally got yours out. There you go. Kept trying.
Which role was the hardest to cast?
Yep.
Believe it or not, Eri was the hardest to cast. I went through a whole process of trying to find someone good. And I know many of you may not or may have forgotten, but I'm not very keen on the character of Eri. So I had to find someone that I wouldn't pick out of spite. I would have picked, you know, that one guy that did the really annoying high-pitched voice, the guy that did it? I shit you not, I almost picked him. Just as a final fuck you to the character.
I think I remember this.
It's the guy who was like, there's nothing like
that. Oh my god, that was so funny.
Beautiful.
That was so funny.
It would have been perfect.
It was.
But yeah, it was really hard. I think the next hardest that's gonna be is Sarah Adimus. Oof. Do we have to put her in the story, Ben?
We could
it's not
just
necessary.
Kill her off like episode 5 if you want.
How would we kill her off though?
She would.
We could do an homage to Death Note. Like I just kind of manipulate her, and then I lead her to this darkened path, and then she just gets attacked and killed.
Oh God! Wait, quick question, just because I have to ask: who here has seen the new Death Note?
I've seen it, and it's absolute garbage. I hate it.
Yeah, that's what I heard from like everyone.
That is so shocking. If Sarah hated it, that means it's terrible.
I want to watch it, but
She's
like
the nicest
last-
person
Well,
I
you-
know.
Well, here's the thing here.
What?
I ended up watching the whole anime series of Death Note because my friend forced me to. He really wanted me to see it. And then after watching it, I freaking loved it. Like, is anyone else a big fan of L? Is it
Oh,
just
yeah.
me?
No one loves L.
Girls are.
No one loves L. Everyone hates that
Tony,
guy.
can you shut the fuck up? Can you just like that?
Yeah, and then afterwards, after falling in love with Death Note and just L, I just love how he's so sweet and just how much he loves sugar and all that stuff. But afterwards, a couple
Did you
weeks
just-
ago, my best friend and I, what?
Did you describe L as sweet?
He likes sweet stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, no, he does.
I was about to say, because if there's one thing I would never describe L as, is a sweet man. He's kind of an asshole sometimes.
Well, I mean, there is that one scene where he sees Misa and he's like embarrassed by her because he's like
Yeah, but
attracted to
being
her. It's, like,
embarrassed
kind
and
of.
being nice aren't.
Wasn't that an
He was
act?
attracted to her?
It was everything he does is an act. It's meticulous in nature. Like even when he touched her butt. Like who touched me? And he's like freaking out. He did that to get her phone. So
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's
That's
all
true.
an act. It's all
Yeah.
an act.
So
Yeah.
we're getting sidetracked. We're getting
Yeah.
sidetracked, guys.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. Besides the point about Elle being so cool and that stuff, my best friend and I actually just watched part of it because she told me like, "Oh, girl, this movie is just terrible. It doesn't do anything with the anime at all." And it's like, I ask her, "Are you gonna force me to watch this?" And she's like, "Yep, I'm gonna make you watch this." And we get to like a good like 20 minutes to half an hour, and we're just screaming at it, we're cringing at it, we hate it.
I want to play a drinking game to it.
You'll be Jen, please. I don't need. You can't die yet. Come on. You can't die. We haven't made our video game yet.
That's true.
Let's at least we forget that ingenious ending with the air supply. You know, Power of Love. What a great song to put at the fucking end of that film, right? Am I right? 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I didn't even watch the ending because
Is
it was
the
so
ending
bad.
the
I stopped
same
at
as the-
halfway.
The
Is
ending.
the ending same as the anime ending? Like
No,
generally?
it's such bullshit.
Oh.
It's such bullshit. The ending is basically, hey, remember Light from the original series? Let's make him act like that character for 5 minutes at the end of the movie, and then let's just kill him off. Genius. Great. What about you, Francis? You love Death Note, the movie? You must be ecstatic to talk.
Love? I don't know. I don't have much to say. It was exactly what I expected it to be, which was corny and bad and cringy, and I basically laughed the whole time watching it.
With a couple
It
beers,
was like
right?
a bad teenage romantic comedy,
Oh, now I really want to watch it.
like Twilight, but like C minus Twilight. Like if Twilight.
Wait, is it worse than Twilight? Is it worse than Twilight?
No, it's not worse than Twilight.
Okay.
It's like the same level of just like
Cringe.
why? Yeah.
Cringy. Ugh.
It has the
And I mean, I
same
tried-
romance as Twilight.
Yeah, I tried to go into it not comparing it to the original. Like
It's
the
hard
source
not
material.
to, though.
I mean, yeah, it really is. I especially with any remake out there, I try not to compare the two, but
Yeah, because it's like,
it was
like,
still bad.
if you're gonna make a remake of something, just know that there will always be a bunch of people who are diehard fans of the original stuff,
Sure.
and they're going to compare it. They
Yeah.
will. So.
It's inevitable. It's inevitable. It's called Death Note. The main character's life. Ryuk's in it. L's in it. It's begging for people to compare it. It's
Yeah.
begging for it.
Yeah.
If none of the original characters were in the film, then nobody would compare it. But it's clear as day. Speaking of clear as day, Sloan, another question now.
Oh, fantastic!
Oh yeah, we're totally not talking about BCG anymore, are we?
Yeah, we blame Sarah for that because she went on a whole tangent about I hate Death Note. Me.
I'm
asked about
sorry. It just having to hear about it just made me burst out. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So Nicholas says, "Why are there a lot of girls here?"
Because there's a lot of girls in the comic.
Exactly.
It's harem.
Simple answer.
Yeah, like what do you want me to say, man? Like seriously, it's kind of hard not to write School Rumble with no girls. Most of the main characters in the first season are girls. The only guy perspective you see is Harima. And Harima's not even in the story yet. So yeah, it's kind of hard to just willy-nilly write. Like that was the biggest thing Ben and I actually talked about, was the fact that there is no inclusion of guys. And we hope to change that in chapter 3 with the introduction of Oji Karasuma. There's going to be a narrator voiced by a very prolific YouTuber who is fully on board. Huh?
Are we going to tell them who it is, though?
Do you want to tell them who it is?
I was down, but I mean, if you don't want to.
No. Tell
so the plan is to get Bob Samurai. And apparently you said he was down for it?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Then I guess
we've been talking for about 2 years about because he messaged me after the release of the first one. That's when we started talking, actually, and he was quite impressed by it. And I was like, buddy, you know, one of these days I'm gonna have to bring you on board. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna find a way. And so about a couple days ago, I said, hey, we need to talk. Like, what's up? Like, hey, you want to be in BCG Rumble Chapter 3? It's like, what do I do? It's like, you're going to voice the narrator.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, there's this whole gag Ben and I came up with where actually the narrator is his own character. And because BCG is not a part of this world, he has one power in this world. He can break the fourth wall. There's actually this one concept. There's this one concept that we want to do, and I was thinking about it while I was editing chapter 2, where I always seem to move the panel to where you can see the edge of the comic. And I told Ben, wouldn't it be interesting if there is actually a point where I address the edge of the panel? I'm like, hey, wait a minute. And I push the wall down, I walk through, and then I just walk to another page. Like, okay.
I mean, that'll be kind of hard to figure out how to draw, but yeah, I
mean, we're not gonna do it for chapter. We're not gonna do it for chapter 3. It's like I'm thinking like when the first deadly encounter with a certain character, that's when he'll realize the power. So, but you start seeing inklings of it in chapter 3 because BCG will be interacting with the narrator. And I chose Bob Samurai particularly because we have this dynamic, the way that we talk with each other, and I want to incorporate that into the story.
There's lots of screaming. That's basically how it goes, right?
That our relationship is not like you and I, Ben. It's not like you.
It's not fun. Oh, well, that's too bad.
Anyway, back to the questions, Sloan, please.
Marcy Collins says, where in the original series does this story take place? Are the characters 3rd years?
I don't know.
Didn't we address this already, though?
No. We talked about this off.
We were off. We were offline.
No. I addressed it here in. Oh wait, no.
Maybe
yeah, I did address it off screen.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, when we wrote the story, both Ben and I agreed that the story actually takes place during the events of the first season, and it all comes full circle in chapter 3, where they're going to school. A lot of the things you'll see in chapter 3 are incorporated in the first episode of School Rumble. So it's basically when there's, I think, Tenma's 2nd year and Yakumo is 1st year. So that's where the story is right now. It starts around there. Don't die on us, Sarah.
I'm sorry.
That's where the story starts. All right. Another question?
Would this be considered the last question?
Oh, is it? Oh, it's been an hour.
Oh wow, I didn't even realize.
Wow.
Well, I'll leave it up to the panel. Do you guys want to go another 15 minutes, or you want to call it end after this?
It's probably best if I call it quits.
All right. Well, I guess then it has been spoken. So one last question then.
Sala Rose says, Tony, why did it take you so long to upload chapter 2?
Perfect question to end.
Yes.
Good question.
Yes.
Can we? let's pick another question. Let's see.
No, we're not gonna do that.
BCG in 4 words.
No.
All right, panel. Describe BCG in 4 words.
No.
Go, Sarah.
How about what was the hardest part of voicing the characters?
Yes, something that we all can answer. Yes.
Except me.
Well, or in your case, what was the hardest part about drawing the characters?
Yeah, Ben, you start us off, and then we're gonna go down the line.
What was
Go
the
ahead.
hardest? Was the hardest part about drawing them? Figuring out the art style, because my art style is a lot different from the art style in School Rumble, so I had to really study it for quite a bit to try and figure out how he like pointed the chins, how he made the eyes, and how he shaped the hair. It's all really unique how they do it. So that took a pretty long time to get down, and I'm still not that great with it, but I'm better now.
Yes, you are. Oh my god, you're fantastic at it.
I agree. I don't know why you. I don't know why you keep putting yourself down, honestly.
I'm trash. Just say I'm trash, please.
Yo, if you're trash, we're all trash. Let's all be trash.
Okay. Anime is trash, and so am I. All right, that's all you need to know.
That's true.
All right, Francis, you're next. What was the hardest? Yeah,
What was
the hardest part of doing your character?
Well, probably because my normal voice is very low and I talk with a very low voice, and Tenma does not have a very low voice. She has a very high voice. So I had to like get into this mood where I'm like, oh my god, guys, like, yeah! And it kind of takes a toll on you. I had to have lots of tea and stuff when I was doing the voiceover and everything, so that was probably the hardest part, was just getting up there, like hot pots. Oh my god! Kind of, you know.
I want to make that my phone, my ringer.
Hot pot. You got a text.
Okay, Jen, what about you? What was the hardest part about playing Yakumo?
The hardest part about playing Yakumo, I mean, I guess definitely, it's actually very different than the previous answer you just heard. I'm a very like animated, high energy person. So
basically, I dropped the ball in casting.
Basically, yeah. But you believed in me, which is why you did it. But yeah, basically, I had to play someone with a very monotone voice, and I really had to make sure that I wasn't ever overly too energetic. So that was a challenge.
You pulled it off in flying colors, though.
Thank you.
And by the way,
well, I have a great director.
When I cast people, I don't like to typecast them. In fact, Sarah, I'll be honest, Sarah, out of everybody here, would have been the perfect Yakumo. But the thing is, it's too much like her. And she told me herself she wanted to play a character that was the opposite of her. That's why she tried out for Eri.
Interesting.
Yeah. So sorry I gave away your story, Sarah, there. I'm sure you wouldn't.
No, you're fine, Tony. It's all good.
Gosh, Tony.
You didn't even announce auditions for Yakumo.
I did.
Please. So I had no chance.
Well, to be fair, I'll be honest, Jen really impressed me. The moment I heard her voice, I'm like, that's my Yakumo. Literally, the moment I heard her voice, I'm like, that's my Yakumo. And did I not message you like a day after you did your review? I said, I remember
the day you messaged me. I was a freshman in college. I was just like in my dorm, and I noticed you got a direct message from BCG, and I was so surprised. Like, I did not expect it at all, and I was so excited. Like, it made my day. I was so happy.
I was excited. I stumbled upon you. Had they not done that, then I would have done the auditions for Yakumo, and then we wouldn't have you here on the panel. We wouldn't be such great friends.
Yeah, I'm also trying to remember how I found you exactly. I think it was one of your rant videos because
it's always our
I'm
rant.
a huge fan. Tony knows this. I'm a huge fan of his rant videos,
You watch
especially the
some of
Gallows
your
one. And I think I found him from like one of his. I think I might have found him from the Kiss Sex Sis one.
She would message me. I shit you not. Every day, she would message me constantly, say, "Hey, look, Tony." It's like a picture of the Gallows. Or she'd like send me like a little snippet of what I said in my review of the Gallows. I remember I did my review for Aiken, and the one thing she kept saying to me was just like, "We get it, we get it, we fucking get it."
Yeah.
It's a fucking
I love
skank.
it. I'm probably gonna watch that after this.
It's a dude that
one
Ben
was
did
so
so
funny.
well. Ben did so. I asked him to make that tombstone because I had it. I just fucking had it with the fan service, and I'm like, I want to be dead. Can you make me a tombstone that said, "Here lies Tony, died of too much fan service"? And boom, Aiken was born.
Yeah.
But anyway, to Kayla now. What was the hardest part about voicing Tenma?
I guess for me, just jumping into something that I wasn't originally a part of, and I wish I could have heard the chapter 1 before I did it. I think I would have
really good.
But yeah, that's probably the hardest part for me. And making my voice louder and more like excited. You're always like, take it up a notch, take it up a notch. But yeah.
I didn't mean to be mean about it.
Yeah, like I got the opposite. Like, take it down a notch, take it down a notch.
You gotta fit the characters, guys. Just saying, man. Imagine though when we record Mihara. Now that's gonna be interesting.
That's gonna be interesting because I think it's gonna be like a fusion of my idea of her and your idea of her. It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be oh so perfect. Mm.
I'm excited for you guys to see.
I'm excited for you to see how her character's gonna evolve. It's gonna be great. All right, Sarah, what about you? What was the hardest part about voicing Eri besides having to deal with my constant nagging?
Wait, didn't you miss Sloan?
Well, no, I'm going by the order on my screen. Sloan's last on my thing.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. Sorry about that.
No. It's probably different on everybody's screens.
It is.
Okay,
Yeah.
I gotcha. There's probably two things that were kind of difficult for me. One of them was that maybe you guys can kind of notice that my voice is more really high pitched and I can kind of sound gentle and nice and all that stuff because that's just how I am. And having to hear that I need to be more bitchy and sassy, it can get a little bit more difficult to actually get the right tone, as Tony would say. Probably that. Even.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
God.
Keep going. I need to leave.
You need. Hey, no, God. Everyone needs a good BCG pun. That was the BCG pun of the night. Go ahead, Sarah.
Yeah. There's mostly that, and then probably the next one, which is probably the worst one out of those two, was my audio in general. Because when I did my audition video, I used my phone in my brother's car. When I had to do the gay comic Sakura Lies, I used my phone again in my room. Trailer and chapter 2, I actually got myself a proper microphone, but I don't know what was wrong with the quality of it. If I had my mic too close or just what. It just sounded awful, and I hope to do a better job of it next time.
Well, keynote for everybody here, when you're recording, don't record this close. Always record about right over here. It's a nice, good distance. I don't have to tell you that, do I, Francis? Do I tell you that, Francis? No, right?
Exactly. I'm a professional.
Ooh, she's a yeah, that guy. She's a fucking professional. Don't mess with Francis. She's a professional. I will say though, like I actually enjoyed doing the recordings with Sarah. It was kind of, we kept laughing the whole time when we were recording. So
wait, when? What part?
When we were doing all of your lines, because I actually listened back to the audio, and half of the time it was just me basically saying, "Oh, we're never gonna get this done. It's over. I'm just gonna go and kill myself."
No.
Off to the cliffs I go.
No, don't think about going to clips.
It was funny though. Like, I wish I made that blooper reel because there were some really good ones. Jen had some great ones.
Great what?
Sarah had a lot of great bloopers.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
I think we should all, for the next episode, we should all try to save the bloopers. Like, try really, really hard.
I'm telling you,
think it needs
man,
to be a
give
thing.
me something to work with. I want the bloopers.
Yeah.
Kayla had a really
Gosh,
good one. Kayla had a really good one, and then she deleted it.
I did.
What was it?
No! What was it? I think it was the first time in the last scene where she's like, "Hey!" Her voice kind of like fluctuated a bit much, and I laughed out loud. And then she didn't send that one to me. I'm like,
Oh, I didn't. Sorry.
fucking wonderful. But now we know. All right, Sloan, kick us off. What was the hardest thing about voicing Mikoto?
The hardest thing about voicing Mikoto isn't voicing Mikoto. Instead, is working with Tony, as it's so hard to deal with his laziness, tangents, and constant verbal abuse. Tony, you are an interesting man. That is all I have to say.
What did I ever do to deserve this?
Tony, guess what I just found?
What?
Yes.
The voice.
Don't tell me you found the bloopers. Yeah. Don't tell me you found the bloop. Oh.
I mean, they're not labeled, but I just know that like all my recordings are here. Like.
Oh. Fuck.
But to be fair, it would have taken a while to.
I don't. The reason I say that is because I think I deleted mine.
Yeah.
Because I thought you didn't have it.
No, because I didn't put the word bloopers.
Oh God! Now I gotta find them. I gotta find the bloopers. Oh.
Next project.
Sorry about that. It's because I searched the word bloopers because I figured I would name it bloopers, but
if I can find my bloopers, that's gonna be the greatest video I ever made.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It'll equally be the most ashamed I'll ever be of a video I
remember one of them, like most of the bloopers obviously were accidental, but I remember one of them, like Tony and I just went on an entire like we're just gonna like say all this like random stuff that doesn't even make sense.
There was a lot of moaning too, if I recall. Oh. It got pretty graphic. I think didn't I kill Eri in the bloopers too? I voiced Eri and then I killed her.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was so awesome.
See, now I want to make this. I better find those bloopers then. I cannot believe this. Jen, you tell me this now when I deleted my bloopers.
There's time. It's not too late. It's never too late.
Anyway, so Sloan, really, was that the hardest thing about doing BCG Rumble, working with me?
Yeah. Yep.
Wow. Thanks. I appreciate that.
Yay.
Very, very nice. I appreciate it. Well, with that, that's a great place to wrap up this our little fun first time ever. The whole crew minus one person is here. So I have to say, I'm very grateful you all came, and from the bottom of my heart, thank you for working with me, dealing with me, and helping BCG Rumble come to life. You know, especially you, Ben. I know you like to give yourself shit a lot, but honestly, you're the hardest worker here. You may not admit it.
I try.
Snaps to Ben.
I'm gonna start blushing. Oh.
If it wasn't for Ben, this comic would not exist. We all would not be together. We wouldn't be friends. And, you know, Sarah could live her amazing life as a popular college student, you know?
Hey, no, I am not popular.
Here we go again.
Not yet.
But yeah, so...
No, Ben, that doesn't help.
Final words, Sloan. Okay.
Those are the words.
Sarah, final words, Sarah.
Okay, two things. One thing, when you guys before were talking about people being trash or whatever, you guys are treasure and everyone's treasure. You guys are all amazing. Thanks for being so awesome.
Aw.
Too sweet for us. Too much.
So sweet.
What's the second thing?
That was basically, I combined it.
I think we're gonna have a battle between Sarah and Kayla. Which one of them's the sweetest? I'm the sweetest. No, I'm the sweetest.
Sarah wins.
You're just giving up. You don't even put up a fight. Come on, Kayla. Where's that tough BroCon lover that I know.
We need to finish that, Tony, by the way. You're not getting out.
No.
More projects.
I don't need to see a bunch of brothers trying to romance their fucking bland ass sister that is so oblivious to everything. I feel like I'm watching Diabolic Lovers again.
Oh my god.
Another
Diabolic Lovers is way worse.
Why did they make a season 2?
I do have to leave soon, so
Yeah, we're leaving.
Yeah.
Kayla, last words.
Great stream. Great work, everybody on the team. And we will talk again, hopefully.
Jen, last words.
I want to thank everyone who came out to watch this live chat as well. Like, thank you for your time. Thanks for the questions. And obviously, thank you to everyone in the live chat. You guys are all really fun.
All right. Francis, final words.
Yes, thank you everybody for coming and looking at our weird faces and talking to us. But no, it was really nice to meet all of you guys though, like the voice actors and everybody who's been involved in this project, like finally being able to actually meet you and like hang out with you. So it's wonderful to meet you guys, and I can't wait for the 3rd episode, and hopefully it doesn't take as long to come out.
Hopefully it doesn't.
Hopefully.
Yeah, please. Hopefully.
Will you guys, Ben, final words, please.
Drink more milk. Milk's good.
I love milk.
I don't like milk.
I like milk.
You don't like milk?
Allergic to dairy.
Oh, you're not sweet.
Okay, now thank you all for watching. Thanks for watching. Please check out more from everybody here. I'll put links in the description. Like I said, I want to thank my lovely panel, Ben, Francis, Jen, Kayla, Sarah, Sloan. You all are fantastic. I couldn't have picked better people to work on this project with. And I promise BCG Rumble Chapter 3 will not take 2 years. It will not. I'm working on it as we speak. It'll be done hopefully by April of next year. So yeah, thank you all for watching. And again, if you guys would like to help fund BCG Rumble Chapter 3 so that it could come more on time, there's a link in the description to a GoFundMe page. You can donate as much as you want. We hope to reach 150 at least by October, and so excited for that. And yeah, I'm actually working on 2 videos. I have a reaction video coming out and a review coming out next, and so that'll be exciting. And maybe even Jen and I will finally get to that long-awaited live chat she keeps pulling me about. Anyway, guys,
I'm sorry.
Thank you all for watching. I hope I never see Sarah again. And until then, always, guys, if you'd like to see more videos on the channel and be a part of the Black Critic crew, please hit that subscribe button below. Like this video if you really enjoyed it. And as always, I'm Tony Watt II, the Black Critic Guy. Until then,
peace, you two.
Peace, you two.